Welcome back. You're still watching the daily debate, and as we did see in the past report, and as we did see before the report even, with the guests on the telephone for tonight, Dr. Ahmed Al-Laythi Nasif and the Professor Amr Hamid, of course the international economic expert and the Professor of Economics respectively, and their comments of what happened over the past decade under the leadership of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. We will be focusing as well on what happened in several sectors, and I'm honored to be having with me over the program for tonight on the daily debate to be shedding more light on the sectors that need prioritizing for the future is Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, the former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for being with us tonight on the daily debate.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Anytime. The pleasure is all mine. Of course, we know about the political developments, about the Iranian-Israeli war that is taking place nowadays. How do you see the repercussions of such a war on the situation in the Middle East and the globe, economically and politically?
Very bad on everybody, except three elements. One, the Prime Minister of Israel, who is requested by the International Court of Justice.
Yes.
He cannot leave his country, otherwise he will be captured. He is even requested by the justice system in his own country to try in a trial, local trial. Second, it is the president of the largest country in the whole world, because Israel was planted in our country upon proposal of Napoleon Bonaparte when he failed to enter Akka. Then he said, I am asking the Jewish community in Europe and the whole world to come and to occupy this piece of land to stop the connection between the west part of the Arab world with the east part of the Arab world, and to be the soldier of our interest. And this is exactly what Israel is doing. Third, now the industry of weapons, and it's not Gamal Bayoumi who is saying, it is President Dwight Eisenhower.
Yes.
He said in his last speech in the Congress, he warned us against the impact of those who are making armament on those who are making decisions. Because last year, the United States spent $977 billion buying equipments and war equipments. This is the third part who is interested in continuing the wars everywhere. And our position concerning Iran was declared by our Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Yes.
When they answered the proposal of President Biden to establish a pact between the Arabs against Iran on the same type of the NATO. We said Iran is a brother Islamic country. We can deal with Iran. Iran is not the enemy at all. The enemy is this, who is occupying our land and who is killing our children.
Yes, Mr. Ambassador, we have seen the developments of the Iranian-Israeli war. We have seen the Israeli aggression against the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip going on for the 20th month in a row. And we also know about the Russian-Ukrainian conflict that took place years ago. How do you see all the repercussions of those wars and aggressions and conflicts on the Egyptian economic scene and political scene, even on the domestic level? Because we have seen Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli a couple of days ago in the governorate of Bahira speaking about possible shortages of gas, for example, in the summer season, which could be leading to possible blackouts once again in terms of the electrical shortages that we have seen over the past few years. And even on the touristic and the cultural level, the postponement of the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum from the 3rd of July till the last quarter of 2025. How do you see the repercussions of what is going on in the world and in the region, in the Middle East, on Egypt?
It is normal, the repercussions of any war anywhere in the world.
Yes.
It is affecting the tourism, is affecting our supply of food, it's affecting everything, foreign trade. But in the long run, I am a little bit optimistic.
Yes.
Because I see that Israel has no future in our area. Mind you that now we have what we call the opposite migration, which is that 500,000 Israelis left the country because they came from Europe or United States. Why should they stay in an aggressive country like that and committing war after war? So Israel in the long run will be diminishing as number of population, while the Palestinian, I admire their stand and their resistance, and we should support them all the time in order to stay in their own land. And I hope that one day, if you close your eyes for the next 10 or 15 years, that the Palestinian will be exceeding the number of the Jewish people in their own country. So what future are you expecting, or are we expecting, for Israel with this aggression, with all its neighbors? It is occupying parts of Syria, parts of Lebanon, fighting on the other two fronts, and it has no friend. It is a country without one single friend. Take the position of the African Union, where they refuse that the Israeli ambassador in Addis Ababa be present in their meetings, while they invite the PLO to be observer in the African Union. Take the position of the 154 countries voting for stopping the war and to establish a Palestinian government in the General Assembly of the United Nations. Take 14 votes in the Security Council against one vote, just protecting the position of Israel. So we are making a relative diplomatic success, and we have to resist whatever is happening, because no future for a country which is diminishing, and they cannot find even people to live in the new settlements. I hear quote the economist, which said that what Israel is building now, it's not settlements, it's a ghost houses. They don't have people to live there, and they will continue being like that.
And finally, Mr. Ambassador, how do you see the possible end, the scenario that could be taking place for the Iranian-Israeli war, and of course the Palestinian situation nowadays, more specifically in the Gaza Strip? And how do you see the role of Egypt in both situations, at least for the Palestinians to be reaching a ceasefire, a more permanent ceasefire for the future?
Thank God that we have excellent relations with all the parties. Even with Israel, it's not something to be hidden. And of course, we are supporting with all means our brothers in Palestine and Gaza. So we shall continue supporting the Palestinian with, like we sacrifice our soldiers, now we are sacrificing our help, financial help. And UNRWA told us that Egypt gave 7 times the volume of assistance given by the whole world. So Egypt is the largest supporter to the Palestinians. As of Israel, it is not a secret that we keep direct relations. Although we were told that we don't have ambassadors in Tel Aviv, and Israel has no ambassador in Cairo, because Egypt did not answer the request of Israel to put an Israeli ambassador in Cairo. So this is a nice way, in silent, without big propaganda or big high voice, but in a very subtle way, we are doing our diplomacy and we are doing our business. Same time, we have direct relations with Israel in order to make the life of our brothers in Palestine much more easier.
Yes, Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, the former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate and Nile TV International over the phone. And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching and goodbye.